Questions for Brad?
Brad, just what do you take away from tonight?
Yeah, tonight, just gotta get better. Just keep getting better. Get ready for next week. It's a shorter week, so hopefully have all these guys ready to go by Wednesday and Thursday. But just go back and watch the film and see how this team can improve.
What did you guys do well as an offense?
For the offense, I feel like we just took advantage of the turnovers that the defense caused. We're good in the red zone. I think came away with points pretty much every time we were in the red zone. So that's a good thing, and we limited penalties. Of course, there was offsides. I think I got sacked one place, a strip sack. Obviously, bad ball, things like that, we have to cut out. But did a good job just taking care of the ball and limiting bad ball.
How great was it to see the night that Rashawn had?
Yeah, it was awesome. I've been with him all summer, but just good to see Rashawn back out there, see him healthy again. Now let's see who else steps up next week.
I know you and Braxton are close. What did you say to him?
I just told him, it's going to be fine, man, and God's with you. Everyone here's got you, no matter what happens. You're going to be fine.
How would you grade your individual performance tonight?
I don't know. I'm never going to say I did amazing. So, like in terms of like a letter grade, like a B or A or
yeah, would you personally
C plus, or
1 out of 10? How about that?
I don't know. I'll just say 5, 6. So I just keep getting better. That's my thing. I'm never going to say I did good. Those points left out there. A few times it was a little bit slippery, a little bit wet, but it's good to have that early on. So when it maybe let's say next week or 2 weeks it rains, got to be ready.
Brad, you've seen them in camp, but what were just kind of your thoughts on how Joe and Mark and Chalk did tonight?
Yeah, they played awesome. They stepped up, and we talked. I talked to them, and I said, our brother's gone. He's not gone, but my brother's down, and we're missing a brother, so it's time for us to pick up the slack. Where one of our brothers is missing out. So a lot of those guys are playing for Gus, and I think they stepped up well, and it's a really unselfish group. They don't really care who's in; they just care if they're eating and making plays.
Brad, we don't know how long Stacy and Braxton are going to be out, but obviously, the receiver position, you work with those guys so much. What was kind of the mood once those guys went out and weren't coming back?
Yeah, just hey, it's time for someone else to step up. Just a next man up mentality. You got a lot of receivers, a lot of athletes. So either way, I think we'll be fine. So we're praying for those two. Hope they're okay. I think Stacy should be fine, and Braxton too. I don't think it's anything major. So I think they should be fine, and either way, we have guys who can get the job done and get the job done effectively.
Anything else for Brad? Okay. Thank you, Brad.